SportsQube
Exclusive.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV. Welcome to
SportsQube. You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
Welcome to SportsQube TV.
You gotta put your work in.
What's good, sports world? Welcome to SportsQube TV. I'm your host, Muki Hawkins. Well, let's get right into it. Without any further ado, the Buffalo Bills have found their guy. Former defensive coordinator of the Carolina Panthers, Sean McDermott, has been named the Bills' new head coach. Now, McDermott 4-3 style is something popular fit that the Bills were accustomed to back in 2014. Former Bills coach Rex Ryan was hating on the Bills, stating that he didn't wish them any luck, that he wasn't bitter at all. Maybe he has 15 million reasons why. Well, it sure seems like it to me, Rex, because first of all, you made a lot of promises that you couldn't keep. Then you hired 28 coaches, including your brother, and don't even know if you have 10 players on the field when the game is on the line. You're lucky the Bills didn't sue you, impersonation of a real coach, because to me, you stole 15 million. Moving on. Tyrod Taylor, please calm down. The $27.5 million equivalates to a 2-year deal, which breaks down to the NFL average for a starting quarterback, which the two-time Pro Bowler deserves. There have been some talks of restructuring, and maybe Taylor can groom Cardell Jones to take over in the future, or maybe draft Chad Kelly in the middle rounds. But before all that, there's free agency, and some Bills notables to look out for. Deshaun Jackson would fit nicely with Sammy Watkins and possibly reunite with Shady McCoy. Cordell Patterson, another electrifying wide receiver who's a Pro Bowler as a kick returner. Now, patching up that front line, Mike Remmers is something we desperately need to address at right tackle. On the flip side of the ball, defense. Tony Jefferson is a hot commodity at safety, now that Eric Berry has broke the bank with the $68 million contract. Possible replacement for Stephon Gilmore, Dre Kirkpatrick. 6'2", another rangy guy who loves to come up and hit. One more guy, Gerald Hodges, linebacker, San Francisco. Just in case we don't sign Zach Brown, we have the carbon copy, and most important, he played with Leslie Frazier at Minnesota. For a complete list of my free agents and a complete mock draft, please go to www.sportsqubetv.com. Number 1 versus number 2, Will Self at Park School. As sophomore, Daniel Scott knocks down a quick 2. Senior forward, Adam Bratnicki would drive and score for the Billies. First team All-Western New York guard Greg Dolan finds Dakota Watley for the 3. As Will Self jumps out early, then Dolan would post up, turn, and drop in another bucket for South. Daniel, I score a lot, Scott, answer back with 2 of his own. Dolan would drive and kick out to Bratnicki, who knocks down 1 of his 4 3-pointers on the day. Then Dolan, off the inbound, knocks down 1 of his 3 trays. Dolan getting foxy as he misses the up and under, but the ball bounces back to Dolan for the reverse lay-in. Dolan, once again in transition, finds Bratnicki for the step-back 3. Then Dolan would find Bratnicki again with the backdoor alley scoop. Noah Hutchins would regain his yo-yo between the legs and back, crossing Wally with the tough basket in the second quarter. Right back at him as Bratnicki drains another 3, scoring 20 points and 11 rebounds. Bratnicki would lose his shoe as he swings it to Mark Worthy, who finds Dakota Worthy for another 3, as Will South takes a 20-point lead. Park would get things going as 6'9" sophomore Julian Awuzuku gets the easy 2. Then Noah Hutchins would stop and pop here, and later hit a free throw to cut the lead in half. 36-26 South. Dakota Wiley would steal the ball and score 2 of his 11 points. Park would go on a 21-10 run, in large part due to Julian Owuzuku, 16 points and 7 rebounds. Sophomore Noah Hutchins freezes Wiley, takes his picture, and splash. Park has the momentum as Hutchins finds Owuzuku again in transition. And the big fella finally gets things going as Jones hit the 12-footer. Park takes the lead for the first time of the game. Greg Dolan will score 22 points, giving Hutchins a taste of his own medicine. Now hold that. But Park will go on an 11-2 run in the fourth quarter as Noah Hutchins, 16 points and 10 assists as he feeds Joe Jones for the slam. Scott would finish with 24 points as Park defeats South 70-64. Just explain, how were your teammates able to get you involved?
Well, they were face guarding me in full court, so as long as I kept setting picks, kept getting around everything, playing defense, and that created offense.
Now, this was a big win against, we all know Greg Dolan, first team on Western, your guy. What was it like to go out there and get a victory against Will South?
It felt real good. They're a good team. We competed and we won.
Now, what does this have to say about you guys as far as the rest of the competition going forward?
When we come together as a team, it's no one that can really stop us.
36-26 at halftime. You guys were down 10 in your own gym. Just tell us what your coaches was telling you at halftime to get you guys going.
Just to keep working. We know after a while our shots were going to fall. We were over 3 at the 3-point line first. And Coach Greg, was pumping us up in the locker room. And so shout out to him too. But we knew we would come together as a team. And we would get that done.
Now, you and that great backcourt tandem of you and Daniel Scott there, y'all combined for 40 points. Care to talk about Julian's big game? He had 16 points all in the fourth quarter. Care to talk about how the spark that he was able to get y'all there?
Julian was huge, silent assassin type person. No one knew about him. Put in work on the glass, got mad rebounds, put him back up for the layups.
Now, y'all guys just beat, one of the top teams around here. What does that have to say about Park School?
When we come together as a team, no one can really stop us. But when we start thinking about it too much and get it in our heads and we think that, they're so good and stuff like that, that's when it messes us up. But if we just come together as a team, play it as any other type of game, we'll be straight.
16 points now, all off the bench. So how excited are you to give that spark to your team when they needed it?
Yeah, I was very happy about that, the 16-point lead, and I kept on believing in myself. Thanks to my teammates and thanks to my coach for putting me on the game and also believing in me, because if my coach couldn't believe in me, I wouldn't be able to play. So thanks to Coach Greg and
Coach, you guys was down in your own gym 36-26. What did you tell you guys to get them going in the second half?
Just that, Williamsville South is a good team, but our defense wears teams down. So we just told them to stick in there. The most important thing was rebounding and putting some pressure on the basketball. They were getting in the paint really easy, and they're a penetrating kick team. So we had to shut down the penetration and contest all shots. And in the second half, when we contested their jump shots, there's a lot of rebounds. They had about 10 offensive rebounds, but 6 in the first half. So we really limited them in the second half.
Now, care to talk about your sophomore sensation? You have a great sophomore backcourt in Daniel and Noah, but today the other sophomore came off the bench, provided you with 6 points, 56 points overall. What do you got to say about those three?
Sophomores are excellent, man. I think that they've stepped up, shown some great leadership, both on the court and vocally, along with their attitudes. I think that they just bring a lot of energy, man, and selflessness to the team, and that's something that we needed. I think that Julian, coming off the bench, has been an excellent source of energy, rebounding. Tonight he was putting the ball back in the basket, so players on our team are accepting their roles, and so that's what's making us good.
Power 10 Showdown Health Science at St. Francis. Devontae Gaines come up with the steal and finish to start the game. Very next possession, Gaines, nice jab and cross to knock down the three. Bo Sarenka, aka Bo Buckets, would answer back with 3 of his own for the Red Raiders. Junior point guard Devin Durrell with the raindrop going baseline, and then comes off the screen and knocks down the 3. The Falcons would turn the ball over 4 straight times as Juice Cunningham lays in the 2. Then Devin Durrell would steal the ball and outlet to Bo Buckets with the left hand finish. St. Francis would go on a 9-0 run when Bo Buckets decides to jump in the front for himself with the steal and one. Juice Cunningham would hit back-to-back threes as the Red Raiders close out the half with a 19-7 run, up 27-22. Frannies will pick up where they left off as Cunningham finds senior forward Robert Welch for the easy two. Health Science would get things going as Briggs drives through the lane and Gaines would outjump everybody for the putback jam. Cameron Briggs would eventually thaw out and stick the three from the corner. Then the ticket, Devontae Gaines, takes matters into his own hands, scoring 2 of his game-high 27 points. Tyron Lott finally would chip in with 3 as the Falcons regained the lead, but the St. Francis would knock down 9 threes on the day, going on a 24-8 run in the fourth quarter as Juice Cunningham and Bo Buckets would combine for 37 points, shoot 7 for 15 beyond the 3. Robert Welch would record his 5th straight double-double, 11 points and 11 rebounds, as Juice Cunningham shoots 57% from three-point land as the red-hot Red Raiders make a strong statement beating Health Science 62-54. How excited are you to get the win today?
Oh, I'm real excited. Going in, it was a big game. Coach telling us the whole week it was going to be a good game, so I just went out there and balled out.
Now, you went out there and you had 4 3-pointers, you scored 21 points. It was a topsy-turvy game and to go on in the beginning. What did your teammates do to get you going?
They just kept me up and they just kept me in the spirit to play. I was frustrated the first quarter, but they kept me in it.
Now, you guys, great victory today, but, you gotta, enjoy it for a couple of hours. You got a good Canisius team coming up Thursday. What would be your focus going forward?
Just keep balling how I'm playing. We've been playing well, so just stick to the game plan.
Now, we know that you are the shooter, and teams every week will try to stop you from getting open. What was your coach doing to get you those necessary looks today?
Nothing really. Just running the floor, getting up the court faster than they did. Kick out threes. That's how we make it.
Now, some of the game plans, what was the game plan defensively? Because this is a high-power scoring Health Science team, and you really held those guys under 60 points today. So what was the game plan defensively?
Don't let them drive the ball to the basket. We know they like to drive. We just got in the pack line, stop them from going.
Now, you got Canisius coming in. What will be your focus going forward for Canisius?
Just play like we've been playing. We'll be fine against Canisius.
Coach, how excited are you to have those guys play the way they did today?
We didn't start great, but they came out and they played. Started knocking down our shots. These guys know that any three is a good three, and you had the 2 guys in here that they like to shoot it. So we played hard. This is a group that I've had together for a long time, and this is really starting to come together now. And this was a really big test for us, and happy to get the win.
Seesaw battle in the first half. What would you say changed the outcome of the game?
I think we just started playing our game. I think we were a little excited to start and took some quick early ones. And then these guys are rhythm shooters a little bit. So once they see one go, like Julian, and then he gets 3. And so that second quarter, we went 19-8 against them and really changed the outcome there. And I think I liked our game out of each quarter. Coming out of each quarter, we came out and played hard. So.
Central, you guys have not won a championship here since 1963. Majority of you guys are seniors, so what would that mean for your program to go out on top?
That 50 years, man, that's a long time. Probably 60 years. I'm just trying to go out with a ring my senior year, like my people said. Last year, we're trying to go out with a bang. Yeah, like all I'm saying, man, it's like 50 years, man. I think Martin Luther King was still alive when they won one, man. That's crazy, but I'm just trying to do this for the whole Chickawaga school, everybody. We just want to finish out on top. And remember.
How important is that supporting cast to you?
It's real important, man. These guys, these my brothers right here. They work with me every day. They push me every day to be better. And I love these boys, man. This is my last year playing with them. I need them to break it. Like it's a whole team job, man. I just love these boys. I need them.
So, Coach, tell me, you guys haven't won the championship here since 1963. So, what would that mean, and how special would that be for your program to bring one home this year?
It'll be very special. I mean, it's been over 50, 60 years now. I felt like that we definitely had the talent to do it, and I definitely think it's a big accomplishment. I mean, obviously it hasn't been done in a while, so it's not an easy task, but I definitely think that it's something that we are capable of doing, bringing home. And I think, you know, with the fan base we have that support us all the years, I think, it'll be a testament to them, and they deserve it as well as the team we got now, as well as the past alumni that put so much work into the program.
The Madness is back in Buffalo, as the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament will be played at the KeyBank Center, as Villanova is projected to be the top seed with West Virginia, Florida, and Syracuse representing the region. Now, this is the 6th time the Buffalo has hosted the tournament, and if you want to share the experience, you can find tickets at Ticketmaster, StubHub, or SeatGeek. See you there.
3 seconds at midcourt. Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship. A national championship buzzer beater for the title.
Well, that's our show for today. I would like to thank Apollo Theater, Cheektowaga High School, Hitman Productions, and Zamfron Homes. Now, if there's anyone else that I forgot, hey, I'm sorry, I'm only human. But until next time, if you're trying to shine, just remember, you got to put your work in. Be well, everybody.